Okay, guys, this one is going to be a little different. Most minimalism advice you read online today is a lie. It has been completely hijacked by the very monster it was supposed to fight, repackaged into a high end aesthetic of empty cream colored lofts and $2,500 laptops. This isn't minimalism, it's just expensive consumerism in a cleaner disguise. If you don't step off this treadmill right now, you will spend your entire life preparing to live while status and algorithms quietly manufacture your chronic dissatisfaction. Look at your current trajectory. You wake up every single morning into a finely tuned dopamine factory. You are drowning in a toxic culture of perpetual optimization, conditioned to believe that peace of mind is something you acquire after consuming just one more thing, one more podcast, or one more routine. This is what I call anticipatory hunger loop. Neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky exposed the devastating truth. Dopamine is not the hormone of pleasure. It is the hormone of the anticipation of pleasure. When you click add to cart on a new gadget or save a 40-minute self improvement video, your brain floods with neurochemicals. The peak of your excitement happens before you possess it. The moment the laptop arrives or the video ends, the wave crashes, the emptiness returns, and you are left in the state of quiet desperation. This monster has two heads: material consumerism and digital consumerism. Material consumerism forces you to spend weeks researching the perfect gear to avoid the terrifying friction of actually doing the work. Digital consumerism is sneakier. It's intellectual gluttony. You bookmark 50 articles and follow 30 experts, becoming passive spectator of other people's mastery. As Dr. Anna Lembke notes, this digital novelty forcefully tips your internal balance toward psychological pain, leaving you chronically bored, anxious, and paralyzed. If you do not consciously build a wall around your mind, cognitive chaos, entropy, will default your life into paralysis. The modern world thrives on keeping you focused. One fitness expert demands high intensity intervals, another swears by heavy lifting, and third mandates mobility tracks. You watch them all, your mind gets overwhelmed by conflicting frameworks, and you change your routine every 3 weeks, achieving nothing but frustration. Without a ruthless system of elimination, your mental energy will bleed out entirely. To regain your focus, you must execute a radical information diet. You have to disappear from the noise. I know this trap intimately because I was drowning in it. My feed was cluttered with dozens of fitness channels pulling me in opposite directions. It was analysis paralysis dressed up as education. So I made a violent cut. I unsubscribed from all of them except for one single creator. The psychological relief was immediate. By reducing the noise, I didn't just save the time, I saved my mind. I stopped debating how to train and simply started training. One autocrat of information is infinitely better than a chaotic democracy of internet experts. This is your directive, the rule of one. Open your platforms right now. Pick one niche where you feel overwhelmed. Select one high quality source that aligns with your values and unsubscribe from everything else. Force your information funnel to become incredibly narrow for the next 30 days. This brings us to the execution monopoly. It is the shift from maximizing mindset to a satisficing mindset. A maximizer refuses to act until they find the absolute perfect option, wasting their life in research. A satisficer finds an option that is simply good enough to solve the problem and immediately shifts 100% of their energy into brutal execution. We use the lack of perfect gear as an excuse for our lack of discipline. Let me show you the primitive workshop in action. For the past year, my entire home gym has consisted of exactly three things: a simple weight bench, a pull up bar, and two adjustable dumbbells. No fancy commercial machines, no bio tracking mirrors. By influencer standards, it's laughably primitive. But my physical progress over the past year has been greater than ever before. When you have a million tools, you spend your life managing tools. When you only have a bench and two dumbbells, you have no choice but to master the boring fundamentals: intensity and consistency. Brutal simplicity forces creativity. Enter the 30-day gear freeze. For the next month, enforce a strict ban on buying any new tools, apps, books, or equipment. You are required to attempt your goals using exclusively what you already own right now. If your laptop is old, write on it anyway. Shift your focus from acquisition to execution. Escaping the dopamine trap is not about self punishment. It is about realizing that enough is a position of ultimate, unshakable power. When you stop letting algorithms tell you what you lack, you reclaim your mind. You transition from a passive consumer whose attention is bought and sold to an active creator who shapes their own reality. To reset your baseline over the next 48 hours, perform a digital screen purge. Strip your phone's home screen completely barren. Leave only your calendar, notes, maps, and utilities. Hide everything else in deep folders or delete them. Experience what it feels like when your phone stops begging for your attention and becomes what it was always meant to be: a simple tool. Let's break the cycle right here in the comments. What is one gadget, tool, or digital subscription you were planning to buy this week that you are now going to freeze? Tell me what it is and tell me what primitive tool you will use instead. Let's see how much we can achieve with exactly what we already have. See you in the next one.